Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we are customizing this 1963 Chevrolet Corvette. This was actually a car that my buddy picked up at the Lehigh Valley Toy Show I went to a few weeks ago. He had his eye on another 63 Corvette, but it was priced at like $120, and I'm like, dude, I can hook you up with something that will look somewhat similar. And so here we are. So just like all the other Hot Wheels, this has rivets you got to drill out, actually just one, and it's held in with a tab at the back. I had a little bit of trouble popping this open. It was really stubborn, and the clip at the rear didn't want to give way, and I definitely didn't want to crack that off. Sort of gave it like a license plate look that I wanted to retain, but we did eventually get it apart. And this chassis was actually stamped with a date of 1979, if I recall correctly. So it's pretty old, and for that age, nothing cracked or anything. So I was pretty surprised. But just like most other Hot Wheels, here we are broken down into four pieces. You've got the body that's in decent shape. He wanted to keep the graphic on the side, so we left it alone. And I only did some minor detailing on this just to tune it up a bit. Got the yellow interior, kind of funky. It's got a spare tire in the rear, much bigger than the actual wheels of the car. And then you got the glass. Pretty standard once you get it apart. And so I had a few different wheel options for him. And so we had these Real Rider GTs or the Real Rider stock car wheels, and I told them, hey, let's take it apart and I'll mock it up for you and see what you like best. But before we do that, we've got to get these wheels and axles out of here, held in basically the same way every other Hot Wheel is, with these tabs. You just gotta kind of pry them out carefully. I like to reuse them. Some people just clip them off, and that's not really me. And one thing I noticed when starting to mock up the wheels and tires, they didn't fit really great in there. The axle was a little bit too short for this body, for this chassis rather. And so I had to trim up these little plastic pieces. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So I busted out my handy dandy jeweler's saw and went to town on it, and that was all the adjustment I really needed. Ended up working great, and the wheels fit perfectly in there once I made that adjustment. So this is what the car looks like on the Real Rider GTs, sort of like a GT500 style wheel. And here's the stock car wheels. Much better in my opinion. What do you guys think? I just think the Real Rider GTs are a little too wimpy for this chassis. I don't know about you guys, but I just do not like a silver bottom of the car, and I think we can do a little bit better and make this look a little bit more true to form with some, kind of rough painting. I want it to look like this. And so here we go. I paint the bottom most black, sort of leaving out silver bits like the drive shaft, the side pipes, the rear axle housing, and then the bumpers, of course. And then something I also do is I drill out the side pipe holes just to give it a little bit more of detail. They're really hard to see. And I do touch them up with some black paint in there so they pop a little bit more. But I just thought that was a kind of a fun detail to add to the piece. You can kind of see them. And here's what it looks like. I did a little bit of rear taillight painting. I also did the as close to small block Chevy orange as I could for the oil pan. I did front turn signals. I think it looks better this way. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And so these are the wheels we're going with. Stock car wheels for sure. They give it a much more sort of muscle car appearance, and I really like that. And per usual, I'm reassembling everything with a little bit of glue, super glue for the axles, and then craft glue for the rest of the car. And while we assemble this, I want to run through some Corvette facts for you. So the C2 Stingray ran from 1963 to 1967. The 63 was a one-year only body style featuring that split rear window. And that's actually been added back to the C8 Corvette ZR1, which is pretty cool. When these were launched in 1963, they came with a variety of 327 engines, ranging 250 horsepower all the way up to 360 horsepower with mechanical fuel injection. And these cars are not cheap. We're talking about split window Corvettes, average price at over $118,000, and with the Z06 race package, triple that price on average. I mean, they're incredibly rare cars. And here's the finished product. I really liked the raked look. I think this is the right wheel and tire package, kind of pokes out the side a little bit, just makes it more aggressive. I want to thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment down below. What do you think?